Live from Los Angeles. Welcome back to Good Morning LaLa Land. We are talking #Thought Thursday, and it couldn't be more of an honor to introduce Mr. Light Watkins. You are such a master of that. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me. I'm super excited to be here with you guys.
I love your name.
Right?
Light, we always say that everyone's calling and purposes in their name. So hello, Light is walking in the light.
Absolutely.
I've heard every light joke you could possibly imagine too, by the way.
Where did the journey start for you, Light?
The journey started in meditation when I moved. Well, actually, no, when I was living in New York. I used to be in the fashion industry. You've probably done some modeling before.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm sure all of you guys are no strangers to modeling. So I was in that scene, and I got a chance to travel around a lot. You know, you have a lot of free time on your hands, and started reading a bunch of the newer age spiritual books, and got really into yoga. And then I was introduced to meditation and started practicing it in New York. And this is back in 1999 or 98 or something like that. So
that's the golden age of modeling. I was like right at
Right,
the top.
Yeah,
exactly.
that was when the money was good.
Oh man, they gave you clothes.
yeah, the pre-Instagram era.
Yes. Change things.
And you know, my first experiences with meditation were very frustrating because I just didn't feel like anything was happening other than me sitting there staring behind my eyelids, which is what a lot of people experience. But it wasn't a big practice either. I didn't know anyone else who was doing it, so there weren't a lot of resources. There were no apps. There were no, you know, no one had written any modern books about it. Like there was really nothing there. You just had to figure it out. And it wasn't until I moved to Los Angeles and I actually met a meditation teacher, and he taught me some techniques and mechanics that showed me how to meditate in concert with my mind. So I wasn't fighting my mind. I wasn't resisting my mind's natural tendencies. And that's where I had my sort of aha moment with meditation. And I became a daily enthusiastic practitioner, and it just changed everything. So then I started teaching it, and now that's what I do. I go around and I teach people all over the world how to meditate with success without really trying.
What would you say is the most valuable thing you learned about how to meditate? Because I think you're right. Like I know that's been most everybody's experience. When you start meditating, you're like, what am I doing? I'm wasting time.
That's right.
I just am thinking more. I'm like more worried. I need to go do some stuff.
To not worry about sitting like you think someone should sit to meditate. You know, we have this kind of stereotypical idea
Right?
of how you should sit to meditate.
I need to be in an altar. I
Right.
need to be sitting on the ground.
Exactly. And I do these, I lead meditation sometimes, and every time right before I say, okay, we're going to meditate, everybody starts like sitting up and, you know, and doing all this kind of cartoonish, you know, what you think my back should be completely straight. And actually, it works a lot better if you just sit like you guys are all sitting now, just kind of comfortably, right?
Totally.
In a way that you would be watching television, right? So you do that, that's number one. Number two is we tend to look at our mind as the enemy of meditation. You know, if only my mind could quiet, if only my mind wasn't so busy, if only I
Preaching to
wasn't
the
thinking
choir
about
right now. Yes.
my to-do list. And instead of looking at the mind like it's some kind of ISIS terrorist trying to sneak in and sabotage your
My inner
experience,
crackhead.
Oh,
wants
for
another
sure.
fix.
you want to look at it as your ally. You want to look at it as a noble part of the experience, because the truth of the matter is your mind is as much of you as your hand is or your foot is, and you know your hand is not the enemy of you because you know it fell asleep because you were sitting in the wrong way. It was because you were sitting in that way and now it's tingling and all of that. So the reason the mind is busy is not because it wants to sabotage your meditation. It's busy because your body in meditation has an opportunity to release a lot of old accumulated stress, and that's what causes the mind to feel busy.
We talk a lot about meditation on this show. It's kind of a common denominator amongst a lot of our very successful guests and entrepreneurs. But what does it feel like when you actually reach a state of meditation? Like you are in a true meditative state. What does that feel like?
So, interestingly enough, it doesn't feel like anything.
See, now that's hard.
It literally means
so
nothing.
people
You
who aren't practicing meditation are thinking, then why in the world would I do that if it feels like nothing?
No. I mean nothing in the sense that you don't know you're meditating when you're meditating. It's the
See,
opposite. It's
I
when
think it's
people
like
are sitting
total
there
ecstasy.
thinking meditation is wonderful. I love meditation. That's not real deep meditation. Deep meditation is like, it's like, what does sleeping feel like?
Yeah.
Nothing, right? If you know you're sleeping while you're sleeping, guess what? You're not actually sleeping.
So what do
that
you
deeply.
see when you meditate?
You don't see anything.
Are you in a forest? Are you like? Where are you?
It's interesting. I remember reading Ramana
These are great
Maharishi.
questions,
Yeah, they really are. And one of the things that he said that I just loved, you could have said, essentially was that meditation was falling asleep awake, and that when you're sleeping and you're in a dreamless state, you don't feel or experience anything necessarily.
Right.
Right. You don't see anything necessarily, but when you wake up, you feel more rested.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. Is when you come out of the meditation, you're like, whoa, I have so much energy. I can see things that I couldn't see before.
I mean, so give someone the hard sell. Why should they meditate? If it feels like nothing and you go nowhere and I'm not seeing my soul,
Here's a reporter. She's finally coming out. I want her to
I'm not
these
sure
are-
why I
these are-
should be seemingly wasting my time in doing this. I got things to do.
Yeah, no, these are good questions, and this is one of the reasons why I wrote this book, because I wanted to bring the practice out of the clouds, so to speak, and into the kitchen table. What are the real world reasons why you should be meditating every day? And the number one reason why meditation is relevant is because most of us aren't sleeping at night. And if you're not sleeping at night,
Jess is like,
One to one. Okay.
if you're not sleeping at night, then you're going to have some big health problems, if not now, down the line, because the body, it's not that you should sleep. You need to sleep in order to be healthy, in order for your digestive system to work properly, in order for you to have babies, in order for you to be able to get it up at night, in order for you to fight off the common cold and
said, "Get it
infectious
up at
diseases.
night."
Yeah, these are real world problems you want to hear about, right? Basically,
Absolutely,
all the things that we're taking medication for, you guys had the prescription drug
Right.
thing. The reason why we take these things is because our bodies have accumulated so much stress that we can't sleep it off. And the way that we're supposed to get rid of this stuff is through resting.
Right.
So how long am I supposed to do this meditation for if it's going to make me sleep at night?
So what's been shown is that if you sit down and you meditate for 15 or 20 minutes in the morning, you will start sleeping. Your quality of sleep at night will go through the roof.
This is
Literally
science
within
backing.
within days and weeks. This is the number one benefit I see in
Right.
people who start meditating.
Just my own personal experience with it, like, I do feel a lot when I'm in the deepest meditation. It's like, it is bliss and ecstasy beyond bliss, and it is dynamic, and there can be deities, there can be energy, and one of the reasons why I do believe, you can sit and lay back and meditate maybe, but for me, I believe in having an erect spine because the energy from the core of the earth is going straight out, and to align the chakras is very important.
What I've seen in this industry, in this meditation space, is that most people